Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Thanks very much for watching this episode. Today we're going to paint a toilet. This is the toilet that I used and I thought it was a piece of art, so I decided, I know, why don't I do a painting of it and share the experience that I had. So here it is in all its glory. Move over to the other angle so you can see. Doesn't it look inviting and fantastic? So let's have a go at painting this. Let's have a look at the palette. The palette I have. Here we have a few colours, not very many. Cobalt blue, ivory black, burnt umber, burnt sienna. Now burnt sienna is going to be our orangey red colour. Got our blue, got our black, got our brown and our white. It's really easy to start thinking about these colours as something that they're not and start making it more complicated in your head than it is. Because at the end of the day, you're using a blue. Whether you're using cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, cerulean blue, or all the other mixes of blues that's out there, it's still just a blue. Speaking of making things complicated, I haven't cleaned my brushes. Damn. Well, I never do. So I just give them a wipe and then reuse them. So let's have a look at the toilet. So I've done a sketch yesterday when I came home from work. I was going to paint this and I was just too tired. So I was working early in the morning and I always tell myself after work, I'll get painting done so I don't feel like I've just wasted my day at doing a job that I hate. Well, I don't hate it. Well, I hate it. My body hates it. The aches and pains that I'm getting now, hate it. Because it's a physical job. And, you know, us great artistes are not built for physical jobs. We're built for creating masterpieces. So, let's paint this toilet. So I'm just umming and ahhing of where to paint first. I'm thinking about doing some of the wall, and then I can start looking at these shapes, these blue shapes, and maybe if I focus on these blue shapes, it'll improve my toilet shape, because somebody did a rubbish sketch. And now this great painter has sat here thinking, oh god, who did that drawing? Oh wait, that was me. So let's get some cobalt blue. This is cobalt blue hue. Yeah, I know, what a cheapskate. Hues, they're so cheap and nasty. But we don't want to get poisoned, so let's have a look at this blue. So because I'm limiting my palette, I'm not going to go for exact colours all the time, because that would just take too long, because I'd have to mess around too much. So I'm going to go for near enough. And this is a funny thing actually, because a lot of the time near enough is enough. Near enough is enough. See that? Just white and cobalt blue, nothing else. So let's go with near enough is enough. My newest catchphrase. So I can see this pipe isn't in the right angle on mine. Can you see? It's nowhere near. In fact, look how close it is to the toilet, but on mine it's all the way out there. What's gone wrong there? Let's have a look. So if I was using this tool, for where the actual toilet, if I use that end of paper to where the toilet is. The toilet should be here. And if I do it again, oh, so I haven't drawn the toilet right, the toilet bowl size. Yeah, so the toilet actually should be there. Oh well, we know that now. As soon as we start looking at stuff, that's when when you start painting, you realise your drawing's not always correct. And it's just the way it is. We don't worry about it, because we can change it when we're painting. Because we're a great painter, we can change things. Some of my orangey colour on the brush is coming out a little bit, but once we've soaked the brush with this blue, we won't see it. Just blue and white, blue and white. Just going to get this blue base down. The blue base of the wall. I'm not going to paint in the bricks. I'm just going to use brush strokes to do that, I think. I'm not saying you shouldn't, you can do it if you want. Do what you like, and that's just the way you should paint. People will always tell you how to do stuff, but you want to do it how you want to do it. Because if you're going to get better at painting, that's the way you want to be thinking. You need. People don't like arrogance, but arrogance is your friend, because you'll find that the best people at anything has a bit of arrogance about them, and I've started to think in an arrogant way. So if you don't believe me, I've seen it in martial arts, because I do martial arts, and a lot of the great masters of the past were quite arrogant about being really good at what they're doing, and they were really good at what they're doing. And it's unusual, isn't it, that we think, oh well, they're saying that they're really good at what they're doing. So yeah, they're arrogant, they're horrible because they're saying how great they are. But why shouldn't they say how great they are if they are great? Because people that aren't good are going to get upset that they're not as good. Who cares? You know that, well, I know that these people are really great at what they do. Probably practiced loads. They probably practiced loads more than we've practiced, and that's why they're so good. And they've put in probably more effort, more time at what they're doing. So I better remember to sit back. So me personally, I'm not going to get personal on this, but me personally, I never feel like the best painter in the world, ever. I feel like I'm going to be the best painter in the world, so I always have that in mind. It's a bit of a psychological thing for me. to try and be better and better and better all the time. Something wrong there. Whoops. Oh well, it's not too bad. Let's carry on. Yeah, so if you're feeling less confident about your painting, then it's time to bring out the ambitious, great painter out in your own head. If you feel embarrassed about it, don't tell anyone that you're doing it. Just keep it a secret. Just in your own head, you can be telling yourself, I'm the greatest. I am the greatest. I find it quite easy to do that to myself. I just start saying, yeah, I'm gonna be, well, I go with the I'm gonna be the greatest, I'm gonna be the greatest, and that really fires me up then. And then when I get the paints out, I'm really fired up to paint better than I've ever painted before, because now I'm not just Jason Bowen painting, I'm the greatest. This is me building up to mastery. This is me being the best. And that's what I have to tell myself. Anyway, let's focus on painting, because this is getting serious now. Now we've been talking so much about being the greatest, I've started remembering that I need to up my game all the time to be in this great painter. Blue, 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 blue. See how I'm using brush strokes to start pulling this together. So even though I'm not painting the wall, as in I'm not going to do every little line like this and try and get all the bricks in there. No, I don't want to do that. What I do want to do is give it the feeling of that. Someone was saying to me recently, they said this phrase that I'm always a bit unsure about. God, you've really captured the essence in that painting. What is the essence? The essence. To me, the essence of something is a very small thing. The essence. It's too small for me. I want to capture the essence of something. I want to capture something. I want someone to look at this picture and go, that's a toilet. I don't want someone to go, oh, that's the essence of a toilet. Right, let's carry on. Let's get this blue in here. So a lot of times people think they've got to paint something, oh, it's going to be the most beautiful masterpiece ever. People are going to look at it and marvel at it, but does it always have to be some great landscape with great mountains, or does it have to have that kind of look all the time? Or can it be something as simple as this? Me, I just wanted to paint something that I've never painted before. I've never spent time painting a toilet, and considering how much time I've spent sat on a toilet, it seems a shame that I've missed something out. Oh dear. Right, I might paint the dark of the ground in there, so I might leave this as the toilet wall brush. So I'm going to put this brush on top of the bin. Where's the other brush that I cleaned? Ah, yes. Get a bit of paper. So I think what I could do with is this ceramic colour, ceramic metal. I'm just going to mix some white paint into my brush first, just to get rid of some of the colour on it. This is quite a interesting colour, is that ceramicness. So grab some white. Probably need a bit of black. Let's have a look at that first. I'm going to get a tiny bit of blue, tiny bit of the orange. The white again. I think it needs warming up, you know. I think we might need a red. Yeah. Oh, I was trying to do it without red. Put a little bit of vermilion on there. Because sometimes the blue just needs warming a bit with the red. See how the massive difference, it's just a tiny dot of red that was. Huge difference in colour. So we're millions of miles away. We need more of this. It's getting more blue, more red. It's a lot darker than I thought originally, actually. Much darker than I thought originally. More red and blue. Get quite a nice dirty colour with that, actually. Not really mixed cobalt blue and vermilion red before much. Quite a nice colour. So I think mine's definitely more ground. Oh, it's very close to the ground. Let's throw some brown in there. Just thrown a bit of brown in there. A bit of ivory black in there. Because I am so close to the ground. I'm going to use it. I knew I was. Warmed it up a bit. It's a bit too dark, light. It's like a lot darker than that. Made a gonna get some of my cadmium red because it's a lot stronger and it's probably a bit too strong at times. But I need it to get redder quicker and I don't want to keep throwing in vermilion. If you're wondering the difference between a student paint and an artist paint, so I'm using an artist paint now, the pigment is always a lot higher load and the pigments they use is usually stronger. A bit more of the cobalt in there. Tell you what. It's getting closer, but it's getting closer to other colours as well, so I might start another pile here. This is probably not the best method for colour mixing, but it's the way I like doing it. You start mixing one, and if you accidentally mix another one, then you've got another one, because now I've got this mix about spot on. Probably needs a bit more red in it. Red and blue. So I'm going to use this in a minute. It's on the edge of being perfect, so I can see it. A bit more blue. That looks about right. I would say that's right. Yeah. So little bits of white. We'll just change it. So that was just that mixture with blue and red in it. So it's a mixture of these colours. Just taking some out and some in. So that's about there. So when you're doing floors, you can use floor strokes like this. A lot of people just throwing a tiny bit of white in that. Yeah, use your strokes. Use your brush strokes effectively. Maybe here, look, there could be a stroke that way. There's some light on there. There we go. About there. Okay, so then I'll put the horrible dirty floor in, and to me it's very much black, brown. Really, this will be our darkest dark, so I'll throw that in. Real dark, black and brown in here. On the side of there. This is the sort of bathroom that you expect a rat to jump out on you. The scary thing is, there's no toilet paper in there. Not saying many people would want to sit on this toilet, mind you. But if you did, you'd be in trouble. Well, that's not that. I'm not going to bother with this thing. It takes away the mood. You don't want anything that looks like it will add cleanliness to this horrible toilet. Get that block there, a few little okay, so we've got a ground now. Ground. I'll sort of wiggle this there. So you get a bit of that going up the side of the wall as well. That'll wiggle. That'll wiggle. So we've got that nice greyish colour, and we've got a colour almost at that colour, I think. A bit more red in it. Tiny bit of blue. It's almost. Might get this burnt sienna in there. I think that's close-ish. Close-ish. Bit more blue in it. Yeah, just needed a bit more blue, So we've got this pipe going. It's got some weird wrap around it. So we use brush strokes to create that. I might use this dark to do the whole thing actually, and then I can lighten it a bit. A bit more black and grey in it. That looks fantastic. And then this goes right in front. And there's a little bit of thing there. We've got all sorts of plumbing going on here. Need a little bit of the white to get that there and there and here. I'm not going to try to avoid too much detail. So I'm just pulling this white into this blue to make a light colour. I'll put a bit of red in it, just to get this sort of bit of like tape on it or something. And into the ground there. I quite like that. Keeping it not too. Oh, there's a bit of a tap there. I've just noticed it. I might be able to show it better with some proper blue going like that. Yeah, that's a bit better. You can see it. And there's some sort of thing on the wall as well. Just put it like that. Get some of our wall colour. Just go like that. We can tidy things up with this colour. Okay, quite like that. there's a bit of a thing there going. Not that. Clean that up with a bit of that. So there's quite a lot of paint there. But we're getting somewhere now. You can kind of see now, using this, the toilet seat shape. Okay, I think I need to darken this side of the wall. Just so it kind of comes together a lot better like that. Something's not quite right there, is it? I haven't got as much blue. Don't think it matters. Let's carry on. Right, we need to paint that bottom part of the pan. Oh, actually, while we're messing around, we might as well, using our mixtures, paint this in so that goes there. We'll use the grey colour to go. Sort of a grey blue over it. I'll do. I don't want to go too crazy with that. It's not that important, really. Someone at home watching, listen to him talking like an artist painting a toilet. Oh dear. Talking about what's important and what isn't, and he's there painting the toilet. What a madman. Everything should be painted though, everything should be painted. If you want to get good at painting, wow, you gotta paint everything. And when you're wondering, how do you paint this? How do you paint that? Well, it's the same as painting anything. Everything's the same. It's paint on a canvas. Now, here we go with this. So this should go. There's a bit of I'm liking this. I need another brush. Just getting another brush. I'm gonna have to start putting this toilet base bit in, I think, first. Because that's the important part, isn't it? That's the star of the show, where you pull the toilet seat down and sit. That's the most important part of it. So let's see if we can mix that colour. I've got white and red to start with a little bit of blue in it. Yowza. So we've got red, blue and white. Let's see how that looks. So with two light, so let's go darker. Same couple of colours, red, blue and white. That's really close. I feel like it needs a tiny bit more red than white. That is really close. Might need a bit more white in it. Oh, that's so close. It's too close for me to mess around. So let's see if we can get this shape. So it comes round, down like that. The other side goes like that. Got that right. I think there's slightly more like that, and then like that. That is not bad. I might use this colour as my toilet base colour. I didn't say basin colour. I said my toilet base colour. And I can make changes as I go. So when I do this, go. Now, I want to go a little bit lighter for the top part of the toilet. So, by the way, if you're wondering what brushes I'm using 3 Bob Ross filbert brushes. I love filbert brushes, and these brushes that I bought years ago are still in action. And I think they're brilliant. They work brilliant for me anyway. So I need, don't know if you can see that, because the room's blue, it's reflecting blue onto the toilet. So I need my light to have a blue tint to it. Yeah, that's really cool, that is. So we've got blue. So we've got light there. So I need to go. Got this rim here. It's a bit of light on the this part. Oh, this is more of a challenge than I thought. Getting the in that looking, it's like a really thin line, isn't it? We're gonna have to bring out the big guns. And when I mean the big guns, I mean the small brush. can't really get it with the big brush. We can get a lot of it done. Just going to mix myself another pile of colour. Amazing how much blue is actually in it. So I'm just throwing in blue and a bit of red in my pre-mixed colour. I'm starting to just making a darker colour with blue and red. I'm starting to see the toilet a bit clearer. Because I've got a colour already on there, I need to go quite dark. And this area is quite light. Just sit back, have a look at that. Oh no. This toilet is a struggle. There we go. Well, we're starting to get things. Just a bit of the old blue and probably a bit duller than that. Blue and red. Blue and red. At this dark side. Okay. Also on this side as well, it's quite blue. Yeah, it's coming now. Starting to pull out that toilet. Also need to capture that side. I think I need some more dark colour to get that side. Sort of a bluish blue with a little bit of dirt. Try and get that. Just grab a little bit of the brown, start putting in this bit here. See, the more I start painting in, the more I can see what needs changing, the more I can start going on what I call the removal, removing stuff like that, at that angle. Sort of here there's a right, I need to we need more red. What I might do is leave the toilet bowl a minute, because I think my eye keeps going on to that toilet seat, so I need to get that. So let's just put those brushes down. I'll move on to the toilet seat. Just grab some black, just ivory black on the brush. And we need to I'll just fill it in, I think. I tend to find the more I've got in there, the better I do. It's always a process though, isn't it? Sometimes it's a good idea to just come away from your painting, totally, and then go back to it, have a break, have a cup of coffee, and then come back, and then you're refreshed, ready for more. You see that line there? Makes a huge difference, that does. Anyway, let's carry on with this. I'm just going to get a bit of light. So my palette's a total mess now. This is what happens to my palettes. So I'm going to get a bit of lighter colour, probably throw a bit of blue in it, and we'll try and paint some of the seat's reflection, because you've got reflection on the seat around here, and so it's just white and blue. And then that comes to about here. I might get some black and really emphasize that shape. Bits. That looks quite good. So I've not done it all, I've just sort of picked out bits. Just give it an indication that there's a bit of a bracket there. Try to get that shape a bit better there. Yeah, I quite like that. So I'll get some of that wall colour. You can bring some of that around it. Picking up some more. More of that colour. On this side as well. What I might do I get that curve. Let's have a look at that. Quite like that. I feel like I need these. Probably need a bit more white on them. Might put a little bit of that gross mark on there. Quite like the fact that it's dark in the centre. I might leave it like that because it makes it a bit more toilet. Makes it a little bit more obvious. Using that small brush just to model it a bit. Which you can do, you can just get the little brush out and just do a bit of this sort of modelling. Above that there's a bit of a rusty bit. So we need that colour. So like I said, my palette's all over the place, so showing you this I'm not sure will help very much, but I'll show you anyway. So you want to keep your palette more clean than mine. If you can, because I can't. That'll probably do for the start colour. Right, so just fill this in. Add some black on my brush. Whoops. And above as well. There we go. Where does this let's get some of this bright on there while we're at it. There's the heater, the paraffin heater, just in case it gets cold in there. You don't want your bottom to be cold. You don't want the water to freeze either, do you? So you need a good heater. It's not really dark enough, that one. A bit more blue and a bit more black. There we go. I'm terrible for brushes, my laziness. I always use the same brush. Just use my same brush all the time. I'm just lazy like that. Might use this little brush since we've got it going. Put this line in there, so it goes up like that, and then don't have to have it, goes around like that, and then we've got that handle, just in case you need to flush it. Probably will need to flush it if you use the toilet, otherwise, unless you're trying to avoid someone else's hand from flushing it previously, because it's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Toilet etiquette. How much of using the toilet can you do without using your hands in a public toilet? That's pretty, it's looking quite good actually. So I want a dull colourish. I'm just throwing my little brush in everything. A little bit of blue here, a little bit of brown there, whatever. I just want a dull and then Right, let's have a look at that. That's looking nice. I think I need a bit more of that kind of beautiful work on the actual toilet. So, load our brush, need some of this nice sculpture type painting. I think what I could do is this dark bit. I think that's a bit of a problem for us. So where does that go? About there. Yeah, what we need is some real light. I think I need this small brush to do it. Do a bit of nice sculpting. Is that not long enough now? The pipe there. And that inlet goes in there. Don't want any plumbers watching this and going, oh, you painted it wrong. That's going to be the overflow there. Okay. There's some missing wall here. Just want to get that and that to blend a little bit. It's nowhere near dark enough, is it? That really needs to be. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Right, let's have a look. We're really getting somewhere now. We're getting this dark here. Yeah, that's better. Now we're cooking on gas. I want some of this really nice light. I think I need some more white. Not this one. Just put a blob of white on there. Hope you're enjoying this painting. It's a bit of a challenge actually. Because I want it to really come out at us. I want it to really show form and shape and although I am starting to see things a bit better, I have to say. before I was really struggling with the way it should be. So I'm going to get some white now. Pure white, which will bring out the areas we need to bring out. That's gonna, yeah, that is better. That is a lot better, actually. No, I could do a bit there as well. I think there's a bit of light there. Sort of. And there. Bit of line. While we're moulding things, use a bit of this white mixed in with the toilet bowl colour. We need to get rid of some more of that. Use a little bit of the old burnt sienna, I think, and a bit of burnt umber. Get that shape. We are getting really close now to put a bit of that works quite well. Try to get that illusion. On top of there. Bit blue and white. Yeah, that shows it better. Sitting back, having a look, see if there's any simple strokes I can put in that will improve things. Like this. There's a bit of balance attack there. Yeah, I quite like that. I think we're getting to a point where I'm quite happy. Just looking, seeing if I can improve my painting, and I think I really have to start to think, well, a glint of light there. Yeah, you have to start to think, well, it's close to what I want. Yeah, I really like that. Just want some light. I think I've lost a bit of light in the room that I'm painting in. When I first started, it was really light in here. Not sure how long I've been painting for. I just thought I'd do it until I'm happy. Probably the best idea, isn't it? Paint until you think, yeah. I think it's just missing those pure white accents that I add in. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. I quite like that. That is a amusing looking painting. What I might do is just put some lighter bits on the floor here in areas. Just so you can see where you're going if you were walking in there. You might walk in there and run out, but I think it still looks rough and horrible, which is good. This bit. Just want to outline this. That system might be a little bit too big. Looking at that. Nah, it looks alright. I think it'll do. I think we've done everything we can do. I think it looks pretty good. It amuses me. I can't see anything glaring that I think, ooh. I suppose maybe I could have a bit of light on this. That pipe there. Other than that, I think I'm done. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there, because I think if I keep going I might do a bit too much, and I don't want to do too much. I want to keep it looking the way it is. I think there's one stroke missing there and there, and I think that'll do me. So thanks very much for watching this painting. Let's remove the reference image, because it can mess with you when you're looking at a painting and a reference, and really it's all about painting as a painting. So do I like the painting? Is there any way I could improve upon what I've done? I quite like the way it is. I think the edges there could be improved. There. Something like that. There we go. Just let that disappear there. Sit back, have a look. I'm pretty happy. It's definitely a fun one. You'll enjoy painting this. So I'll just put my little JB on here. I think it could go there. So there we go. Yeah, you know me. You can't stop. Can't stop. You want to keep going and going and going. You want to keep sculpting and sculpting like you've never sculpted before. Anyway, I'll call this one finished. So thanks very much for watching this episode, and I'll see you in another one. Cheers, bye.